Cartoons are a huge part of almost everyone's childhood, but if you look a little closer, you'll realize that a bunch of things just don't make any sense. So why do we accept so many ridiculous things in animated shows without even questioning them? Headphones. Bluey is a super smart little pup, just like her creators, who even made her a special playlist on music platforms. But there's one funny detail that really stands out. The album cover shows Bluey from behind, wearing headphones. There's just one tiny technical issue. The headphones aren't on her ears. They're kind of floating on the sides of her head, not even touching her ears. Which leads us to the million-dollar question. How is she even hearing anything? Do dogs in this universe have built-in Bluetooth? Or are the headphones just a fashion statement, like wearing fake glasses with no lenses? Birthday. Now, Peppa Pig fans, don't worry, we're not letting the pink piglet off the hook. After all, she's been on our screens for 20 years, so there's no way we're skipping her. But here's a detail that really messes with our heads. There have been 6 Christmas episodes, and only one birthday for Peppa. Yep, that's right. Time passes, seasons change, George switches toys, but Peppa stays the exact same age she was in the first episode. Did she discover the fountain of youth? Or is she just really taking that forever young thing to heart? And that's just the beginning. Once you start paying attention to the little things, it becomes clear that the cartoon world is a parallel universe where logic took a vacation and anything is possible. So, come along and help us uncover more secrets from the amazing world of Bluey. Clothes. In cartoons, it's totally normal for animal characters to walk around without clothes, and no one bats an eye. Same thing in Bluey's world. But it does raise one big question: where do they keep their stuff? Wallet, phone, keys, snacks? Do they have some kind of invisible pocket? Or is it just one of those cartoon magic tricks we all accept? Because, let's be honest, watching Bandit pull a phone out of his rib cage is just too funny to question. Animals. In Peppa Pig, animals have houses, jobs, cars, even business meetings, but they still act like, well, animals. Daddy Pig snorts just like a real pig, and no one finds that weird. On the contrary, it's treated like the most normal thing in the world. The show is full of anthropomorphic characters who live like humans, but occasionally remind us they're still animals deep down. Each one makes the sound of their species, sticks to certain animal habits, and of course, follows the sacred tradition, jumping in muddy puddles with a joy that would make any real pig proud. Vet visits. In the world of everyone's favorite blue pup, all the characters are animals, and they have pets. But here's where it gets weird. When these characters get hurt, they go to the hospital like humans. But their pets, straight to the vet, just like any real-world dog or cat would. A great example is in the episode Copycat, when Bluey and her dad find an injured animal and, without thinking twice, take it to the vet. And guess what? In the waiting room, there are other dogs, waiting to get their pets checked out. It's like a furry version of the Upside Down. Before we keep going with the 15 things that don't make sense in cartoons, drop a comment below. Nonsense! Walking on all fours. In the world of the pink piglet, characters have human-like traits but still stay deeply connected to their animal instincts. And honestly, that messes with our brains a bit, right? If they love acting like humans so much, why do they suddenly drop to all fours and walk around like it's the most normal thing ever? A great example of this happens in the episode Stone Age Granny, when Granny Pig gathers her friends for a prehistoric experience. She convinces Grandpa Pig to be hunted, like it's just another relaxing evening. And the poor guy takes off running like an Olympic sprinter, on all fours, just like a real pig. Considering his age and how tired he must be, it's more impressive than breaking any world record. Falling down laughing. Why does everyone in Peppa Pig fall flat on the ground when they laugh? Nobody grabs their stomach or says, "I can't breathe from laughing so hard." They just drop to the floor. And the craziest part? No one ever gets hurt. It's like some kind of weird social sport. It happens to everyone, from the tiniest kids to the oldest grandparents. Whether it's Daddy Pig, Peppa, or even Granny Pig, they all collapse out of nowhere. Like laughter is this invisible force that just knocks people over. And best of all, no matter how hard they hit the ground, not a single scratch. In Peppa's world, laughing yourself to the floor is basically a tradition. Bandit's job. Bandit has a job. but no one really knows what it is. He digs up bones like a true Indiana Jones, but he also works from home. While most people deal with traffic, annoying bosses, and freezing air-conditioned offices, Bandit has been living the hybrid work life long before it was trendy. Sure, he's an archaeologist, but apparently his real talent is juggling dinosaur bones and emails at the same time. How does he even do it? Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit is literally every employee ever. She's a taxi driver, firefighter, nurse, store clerk, you name it. She's it. If there were a gold medal for multitasking, she would have already been knighted by the queen. How does she manage to do it all at once? Somewhere between a time-warping planner and a hidden teleportation portal in her ears lies the answer. In one episode, she's probably picking up passengers in a cab while putting out a fire and applying bandages. She's basically a masterclass in productivity. Genius. George, the youngest child of Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig, has one very special skill. He only says one word, dinosaur. But somehow, he understands everything everyone else says. How is that even possible? If he gets what they're saying, then he clearly knows more words, so why stick to just one? Is George secretly saving energy? Or is he a communication genius who created his own one-word language that only he understands? And now's the perfect time. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way, you'll never miss out on the latest content. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, one of the most iconic cartoons of all time. But here's the weirdest part. These two have lived in the same house for decades, and not once have the owners thought to call pest control. Seriously? They must be incredibly patient. Or maybe Tom and Jerry are just part of the home decor at this point. Underwater Campfire. If you think it's only modern cartoons that break the laws of physics, think again. SpongeBob is a true master of rewriting science, and one of the most famous examples is when he lights a fire underwater. Yep, the laws of Bikini Bottom physics were totally hacked. How? No idea. But somehow, it works. And it doesn't stop there. There's even an ocean inside the ocean, where SpongeBob and his friends go for weekend fun. Wait, how does that make sense? The sea in Bikini Bottom is literally endless, and every rule of physics and logic has been thrown out the window just to make room for more wacky fun. Fire at the bottom of the sea? A sea inside the sea? In Bikini Bottom, anything goes, and we're here for it. Immortal. If anyone seems to have discovered the secret to eternal youth, it's Ash from Pokemon. After more than 20 years of non-stop adventures, he's still the exact same age. How does he do it? Did he get access to some secret potion? Or maybe he made a deal with a legendary Pokemon to stay young forever? It's one of the biggest mysteries out there. Even after traveling across regions, competing in tournaments, and fighting epic battles, Ash remains the same unaging kid with zero signs of getting older. Maybe he's using some magic hack to stay young, or maybe he's just so dedicated to becoming a Pokemon master that time itself gave up trying to catch him. Case closed. The real key to eternal youth is catching 'em all. Ben, 10. If there's anyone who takes privacy to the next level, it's Ben 10. But not in the way you think. He doesn't hide at all. He transforms into aliens right out in the open, with flashing lights, crazy sound effects, and a whole laser show. And yet, nobody ever figures out it's him. The most not-so-secret identity ever. He smashes the Omnitrix, turns into some wild-looking alien, saves the day, and somehow no one connects the dots. It's like everyone around him just assumes it's a total coincidence that the same kid keeps showing up every time an alien appears. If this level of stealth existed in real life, even your Wi-Fi wouldn't know you were home. Perfect parents. One thing that always stands out in Bluey is the parents, Bandit and Chili. They're patient, involved, basically walking guides on how to be the perfect mom and dad. Bluey's dad never loses his cool, Chili is always there when needed, and together they can turn a trip to the store into an epic life lesson. But here's the big question. Are they real, or just an ideal version of the parents we all wish we had? We've never seen Bandit lose it after stepping on a toy, or heard Chili say, "Not today, I'm exhausted." Have they ever run out of patience? Do they have overdue bills stuck to the fridge and cold coffee in their mugs? Or do they live in a parallel universe where every adult gets 8 hours of sleep and endless time to play freeze dance for 40 minutes? If that place exists, someone please take me there right now. Let's be honest, cartoons are full of things that make no sense in real life, but somehow, they kind of work in their own world. If we compare it to reality, yeah, they fall short. But that's the magic of it. If you're into the world of Bluey and other animated shows, we've got 2 awesome videos lined up that you'll definitely want to check out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.